Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to your manifestation reading for February through April 21st, 2023. The reason I am specifically mentioning April 21st is because until that date, all the plants are direct, every single last one of them. So it's supposed to be a great time to manifest. But what are you going to manifest? Ta-da! And it doesn't have to be the exact thing, but it can be some theme about, how this all plays out. I've been getting a lot of, it seems like I've been getting a lot of, wands, which can be like that fire energy. Ooh, I think you're the King of Pentacles if you want to know the truth. But anyway. So the heart of the matter, well, actually, this is a different spread than I normally do. And I say, what is it that you want to manifest? The Six of Wands is a card of recognition. So this really does remind me of what Capricorn is looking for. You're looking for someone to kind of pat you on the back. Now, I'm not talking about because, saying how great you are, but to recognize how good you are, meaning that perhaps you're in a job where, or even like you're looking for success itself, which is definitely something that is right up Capricorn's alley. This is not strange for Capricorn to have that card because that's how you generally roll. But, it could be that you're ready to receive your blessings. And that is really great because perhaps in the past, you've kind of pushed them away and said, nope, not me. This isn't for me. And of course, that's not true. A lot of times people are very capable of receiving all kinds of blessings, or in this case, it's especially the acknowledgement of your talents. And you might push them away because it feels unfamiliar. It just feels strange to have somebody do that when you haven't experienced it in the past. And how, what was the catalyst that made you want this? The Hermit card is a major arcana card that really speaks to self-inquiry, or we could say contemplation, spending time alone, soul searching. And so basically, some of you may have been kind of trying to pinpoint what has been missing in your life. And perhaps it has been an acknowledgement that you are doing a good job. And if you're in a place, it's not about somebody just like, stroking your ego all day. It's really more than that. When I think of the Six of Wands, I think of being in an environment, a work environment, where you're really treated like you matter. Like if you quit, it's not just like, oh, we'll just find, whoever, whenever. It's like, no, this person is irreplaceable because you're giving of yourself in such a way that people recognize your greatness. And in doing so, they are really helping the company because they're appreciating you. Everybody needs to feel that sense of appreciation. It has nothing to do with stroking the ego. And if this is in your private life, I would say the same thing. If you're someone who has been looking for a partner who really, reflects back to you your goodness, your talent or your goodness. Well, talent, that's not probably a good word, but the the wonderful qualities that you possess, then that can feel foreign to you if you haven't ever experienced that. So you can't be scared if you meet somebody like that. And maybe you've been alone for a while and licking your wounds in some cases, feeling that, feeling cynical. Sometimes Capricorn people can get cynical because you've experienced some setbacks and you just are trying to be so practical about it that you pretty much talk yourself out of something positive because you're trying to be so practical. And the truth is that you are deserving. So please do absorb that. The first thing you need to do to achieve this, to manifest this, Knight of Wands, this is about being bold. Capricorn, I would say, is a rather cautious sign. So the more that you can be like this warrior energy that is charging towards the destination, you're not like tiptoeing, but you're charging and you're doing so with great enthusiasm. That's one of the things, if you, as I stated, I'm getting a lot of fire or wands cards or even major arcana cards that are connected to fire signs lately. And I think that like the Six of Wands is connected to Leo. So maybe there's a Leo person that you really have this crush on or whatever. And you may have to make the first move. If you're the kind of person that's, and I don't mean just ask them out, but like at least talk to that person or what have you, because you might be more inclined, even though you're a cardinal sign, you might be kind of shy and you might kind of like hold back. And that would be a big mistake if you really want to get the ball rolling, which is a big if, because you might not want to for some reason. What's coming in is a Two of Pentacles. That sometimes this can be a choice. The person has to choose between two things and they're not really sure what to do. Or they're trying to balance these things. I think that's more, it's not really about, I don't feel that's necessarily choosing. I feel it's more like balancing, doing a balancing act. So perhaps you are even like deciding to start your own business. Like I said, this is a time when it's very receptive energy for starting a business. And with the Six of Wands, if you're looking for somebody to recognize your talents and so far they haven't, then you have to be proactive and you have to showcase them. It's very likely that you're not showcasing your talents because they're not required of you in what you're doing. And that's one of the greatest tip-offs, that you're probably doing something that is not really aligned with your abilities. And so the Two of Pentacles can be, maybe you're starting your own business while you're still working your day job. And it is a juggling act. It is a balancing act. The outcome is the King of Pentacles. This is really a great omen for great financial wealth. And the reason I think why I would call it an omen is because when you're possibly doing something new, you might feel that it's unsafe. Like, especially if you're starting your own business, you might feel that it's something that isn't going to yield financial blessings for you for whatever reason. Capricorn people are very much self-starters because you're a cardinal sign, so you don't need other people to direct you, but you still may fall into that, what I would call a trap, of believing that you have to work for somebody else because you feel like this is well established. I don't want to do something that maybe is not going to take off, or maybe I'm only going to make a fraction of what I make with this job. I might as well just stick to the known quantity. So while that, might make sense if you're trying to keep that continuity with your income, it on an energetic level, you might be ready to move on. And I think with Pluto in Capricorn, maybe that's what the Hermit card has been all about, is that you've really been diving deep into yourself, and therefore you're transforming yourself at the highest level. And in a month, Pluto is going to go into Aquarius, but don't, breathe a sigh of relief just yet. Pluto is going to go back into your sign after basically just staying at 0 degrees. And so it won't be until sometime in 2024 where it leaves for good. And so the point that I'm trying to make is that, by the way, I was just joking, saying, oh, wow, like it's a bad thing or something. It's not a bad thing to have Pluto in your sign, but it is an intense thing. So you may have been doing a lot of inner work, whether you realize it or not. All right, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.